Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Bro Talk. We're happy to be here with you today. Come on in. Uh, do us a favor. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Go ahead and like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. Bro Talk is a show where we got four brothers together. We talk about fatherhood, manhood, brotherhood, and everything in between. And it's Monday, March 23rd, bros. I think it's spring, right? Did we hit spring yet?
Technically, technically,
Oh, technically his spring. But how y'all feeling? What's the good word?
Feeling like it's not spring, man. It's nasty outside.
Yeah, it was snowing earlier. Did y'all see that?
Man, my drive home, it was snowing, it was hailing, it did a little bit of everything, man. But I feel like that's Rochester, that's spring in Rochester for you. So you're gonna get 4 seasons in a day, which is kind of a little bit what we had today. We ain't had the heat, but we had everything else. So.
Man, that's that Jesus coming back weather, man.
Amen. I mean, it is written, right?
Terry, just a little while, Jesus. Terry, just a little while.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little while.
How was work for y'all? Or how was, family life, school, academics, stuff that y'all into, family? How's that going?
It was a good weekend. My brother's, what would have been my brother's 50th birthday was yesterday. So, and it's the anniversary. Again, it was a crazy kind of amalgamation. My brother's what would have been my brother's 50th birthday is also the day that my dad passed on 5 years ago. So, crazy enough, we were on. It was a Monday. On a Monday 5 years ago, the 22nd landed on a Monday 5 years ago. So we were on Bro Talk and talking about my dad's passing and what would have been my brother's 45th birthday at the time. So yesterday because of it was a milestone birthday, I didn't want to let the day go by without celebrating his birthday. So we did cake and ice cream at the house and just celebrating really his life and it wasn't even so much that we even ate really much cake or ice cream. It was coming together to celebrate and then what I've learned throughout this process, man, of just understanding and experiencing grief. It's therapeutic to especially on days like birthdays, anniversaries, and whatnot, to be around people who feel the weight of the loss the way you do it, experience the weight of the loss the way you do. So, man, and shout out to my Sands for pulling up, man. Doc Brock, man, appreciate you, bro. Love you, bro. He pulled up on me. Shout out to DB, man. And I know we do shout outs later, but I'm talking about yesterday and they came and they pulled up, man. And my little sis Ash, man, she was she came through and loved on us, man. And just again, people that love Wallace the way we do. So just it was a great atmosphere to be around and energy to just talk about, reminisce, and tell stories about about bro.
That's what's up. And I know you're talking, Kareem, but we can't hear you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can't hear the word I'm saying. No, I just wanted to say, B, want to shout you out, man, for, just keeping your brother's memory alive and legacy alive, bro. And I know when you get the opportunity to talk about him, you do here. And that's one of the ways to, keep him alive and keep him present in our memory. A lot of times people pass on and they become a distant memory, but you definitely keep him at the forefront. So definitely want to shout you out for that, man.
Yeah, got to, man. Shout out to my nieces and nephews, man. I know it was a again, I'm sure heavy day for them. You know, I got a chance to spend time with my nephew Lil Wallace. He pulled up and just sat and we talked and we got to spend some one-on-one time. So again, it was a beautiful day, man. My mom, you know what I mean, and she had her moments, but again, she was supported. You know, my big sis, she always pull up. So just being able to kind of have that time, have those moments. So yeah, man, Wallace forever.
Yes, sir. Oh, bro, how's your week going, man?
It's going, man. It's going. Little by little man is good. Little princess is good. For the most part, you know. Yeah, one day at a time, man. Listen to this crazy world. What's going on in our world today? You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Yeah, that's all we can do. One day at a time. Stay prayed up. Keep packs of water with you.
Yeah.
Have a little cash in the bank, man, and have some gas in your car.
And
Just
see you eating a sandwich like it's the first time you eat a sandwich.
Ah, this guy here.
I know y'all didn't see that. Did y'all see that on TikTok? Like,
Nah, I didn't see it.
What's that?
Did you see it on TikTok?
Oh, no, I
was
don't
Rising Cane sandwich. That's what it is.
Yeah, Raising Cane, man.
Raising Cane. Okay.
It was a chicken tender sandwich.
This dude is like a chicken. I don't know if it's a chicken finger sandwich, man.
Yeah.
This dude talking about, man.
Like, yeah, because all they really serve is chicken fingers.
Yeah, you're looking at the sandwich like it was like the sandwich is speaking French to him. I'm like, look at this dude. He's capping right now. You know what I'm saying? This is the dude that used to buy 5 burgers and come back to the house and eat all 5 around me and you like. You know what I'm saying? What's the difference? You have a chicken sandwich talking about, oh, I'm not going to eat the fries. I'm going to give it to my wife. You know what I'm saying? And then he took the lettuce out of the sandwich. And I'm watching this dude is like, yeah, I can't eat that. Okay?
You didn't take the lettuce out of the sandwich, did you?
He did. I don't know if his doctor probably told me he can't eat lettuce or something. I don't know.
Okay. Good. Okay.
But he bite the sandwich, ain't gonna give the sandwich, you know what I'm saying, a 7 out of 10. Right? That's what he gave the sandwich. So that's one bite. He's like, wow, it's so meaty. You know what I'm saying? He's looking at it. I know he
I didn't say meaty. Come on now. That wouldn't even come up.
Pause, man.
That's what I said, man. I said, this dude is capping right now.
Yo, crazy.
He's capping right now, man. I know I was gonna get him today.
Yo, man. I knew that was the reason why he ain't get on TikTok yet, man.
Hey, man, you gotta see it. I was like, why is this dude on this TikTok? Like, I said, oh my God. I said,
this
okay.
brother just, yo.
All right, cool.
So if y'all don't know what Mark is talking about, y'all go ahead on my TikTok page, Kareem Hayes, my name as a spell.
Go and throw the link up there. Go and throw the link to the video up there. Maybe let's get it going viral.
Please.
Let me
talking about the meaty sandwich.
Yeah.
Kareem Hayes.
I didn't even say meaty. See, that's how rumors get started. I ain't say meaty.
You said it's
Hold
the
on.
new Arby's, man.
You said Arby's.
We have the meat.
I wanted to Brock see this because there's no way you can't, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. But you can just go ahead and eat the sandwich and be like, wow, it's nice, and keep it pushing. But this dude is like, oh, like I never had a sandwich.
Yo,
like this
I'm gonna send it to y'all in the chat.
Yeah, man.
Yo, man, I don't eat fried foods anymore. I don't.
No, it's all good.
I try to keep it low. You know what I mean?
But I'd rather you say that. I don't eat fried foods anymore, but I want to try the sandwich. Right?
I was on vacation.
That's how you started the video, Kareem?
Bro, you got to see how he started. Look how he started.
Yeah, man, y'all go watch the video if y'all haven't seen it.
Yeah, post the links so we can go check it out, Kareem.
Yeah,
I just sent it to y'all. I just sent it.
Okay.
I said, not Kareem. I could see if Ike or somebody else say that.
Here y'all.
You know
hold on.
Hold
on. I'm about to help y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can get it. All right.
Yo. Y'all out of control.
Y'all gotta listen to that for yourselves.
Yo, that music fire though.
I can't hear it, so we gonna watch it. We gonna watch it after.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah. Y'all check it out a little bit later.
You think that lettuce out of there, man? I said, man, that's his only source of.
Listen, man, I did another video and I mentioned the lettuce piece, right? I can't eat lettuce because it reacts to the medication that I just took back at 8:00. So if I take that, then it can cause some problems. Yeah, then I have to do injections again.
Yeah, now we want this. We going in the other direction. No not back to the injections.
No backward steps, right?
Yes.
That's what we was taught, right? No backward steps. So
no,
right? Anyway.
That just sounds like some big boy talking to me. I can't eat lettuce, but I'm gonna mess up this chicken sandwich.
It does sound real big backing. It does sound real big backing.
Big back, big.
My doctor said I can't eat broccoli. So,
and then you got that Kareem look on his face, like
I give myself a license to.
Man, I live with this dude. My
niece used to love Dora the Explorer. She would be like, backpack, big back.
Oh man, Ike, man, what's going on with you, bro?
Man, nothing compared to what you got going on. So, I gotta make my own chicken sandwiches at home, man.
Oh man.
No, it was cool, man. Got to, I guess, Barlow mentioned, Brock was in town, man. So I got to, see my brother for a little bit, which is always, a good time. Hung out on Friday evening, and then after Friday, man, it was to the races. I had a basketball game, and then he had to go to a party, and after that, we had some work to do around the house. So came back home, took care of a little bit of that. Of course, didn't finish. I feel like we're gonna be working on his bedroom for the next three months or so. But did a little bit of that, and then Eli had a celebration on Sunday. So when you get to a certain point in life and you got more than 10 kids, like your time is never your own, and everybody know I got 16. So, but it was a good time. It was a good time.
It feels like 16, don't it?
Yeah, being a DoorDash driver, being an Uber driver, you know how we.
Yes, sir. Dads do a lot more in this day and age than dads did back in the day. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but moms do a lot too. So shout out to Ezra for always holding it down. I got
dads do more now because moms always did a lot. So we catching up.
Yeah. I mean, I just got to do a lot.
That was a nice attempt at a save, Kareem. We'll
that wasn't even a save. I mean, I'm just speaking cold hard facts, bro. Check me out, man. Check out my YouTube. Check out my TikTok page.
Next week on TikTok.
I want to throw that. I want to make that statement to Mr. Hayes and then see if that, because that's a very serious man. If you tell that man, Mr. Hayes, like on a few occasions I've been around him, that man is very serious. Tell that man that he wasn't doing as much as Mrs. Hayes, and I think he might have some choice select words for a brother.
Yes. It looked very different back in the day. Yes. And now my dad did a whole lot.
So speaking of doing some stuff, right? We are, and Kareem done already mentioned it's supposed to be spring, right? So we got some stuff we got to do. My grandmother was huge on spring cleaning. Like, you talking washing walls and moving furniture, the whole nine. So when we were talking about, this spring cleaning, I thought about, if y'all don't know, so the title of this episode is Sweep Around. So, for my church folks, my church heads, The Williams brothers back in the day had a song called Sweep Around, and they said, sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. So in the spirit of spring cleaning, we're going to talk about some spaces maybe in the house or around the house that we might have to clean, but we want to talk about the actual spring cleaning that we can do within our personal lives, you know, whether it be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you know what I mean, to help us kind of become the person that we're ultimately trying to be. So we're going to unpack some of the habits, attitudes, you know, shortcomings that, you know, can pile up in our lives and things that we want to, you know, confront that, if we declutter, will make us, you know, better people. So with that said, brothers, you know, since we focusing on self, you know, and putting on some, you know, some blinders in terms of focusing on self, man, what are some of the things that in the concept or in the idea of spring cleaning that you feel like you working on or thinking about, you know, looking at, examining your life to work on?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Part of mine is one is working on forgiveness. I do forgive people, but I have a tough exterior, man. Part of it is how I was raised. But forgiveness. Um, give some people grace. Some people, not everybody, because not everybody deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Um, and spend time with self. You know, spend time with self. You don't have to be with somebody to feel good. I don't have to be, you know what I'm saying? So for me, these are some things that I'm working on. I'm trying to clear to make me a better person. You know what I'm saying? Self-love. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think sometimes we love ourselves like we need to. You know, um, sometimes people take confidence, you know, because your confidence, I mean, you love yourself. I don't think that's true. So for me, I'm really learning how to love myself. We're looking for people to love us and show us love, but if we could just take the minute and sit back and fall back and look what God have done for you in your lifetime, you will see that there's a lot of love in there. And because of that, you know, we all come from some places where, except for Kareem, of course, um, we come from some places that at the age that we at today, the society said we shouldn't be here, but we're here. And part of it is because we are educated black men. One, two, we know what's right from what's wrong. Three, we have a family, but it's not all the time family is family too. Let's be for real. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm taking steps to learn how to appreciate my journey in life. I appreciate that. And thank God for the things that I have and for the things that He's gonna give me. So those are the things that I'm learning. I reflect on a daily basis and I pray on those things and I pray. And I ask God to continue to bless my two children. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things that I've been working for the spring to clean, you know, to get back. If that makes sense.
No, absolutely. I think one of the things you said that's huge, or at least stood out to me, and brothers can, you know, certainly chime in not only on their, you know, what they're focusing on, but kind of this thought as well. But when you talked about kind of loving of self, like we don't grow up in an atmosphere oftentimes as black and brown men that even creates the space of safety for us to have that as a practiced concept, right? It's like, man, if you fell or scraped your knee as a kid, right, and you went to, crying, man, stop that crying. That was the first thing somebody would say, stop that crying. And it's like, wait a minute, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not just crying because I want to be crying. I'm crying. It's hurt. You know what I mean? I felt that. You know what I mean? And so there's, from a very early age, we internalize, you know what I mean, the idea that, anything that this exhibited weakness was, was a flaw, and that we needed to, kind of distance ourselves from exposing that side of who we were. You know what I mean? We got all kinds of cute sayings like pain is weakness leaving the body and all that. You know what I mean? Like it's Kareem, sounds like you had a thought about that one, but so I want y'all to dive in on there. But yeah, absolutely, that definitely made a lot of sense, and it resonated with me quite a bit, bro.
Yeah, I got a comment about that, but let me just say this. So when you said pain is weakness leaving the body, I just thought about when I was sitting up in the hospital bed and my chest was cut open, and then I couldn't really move around like that because it hurt. Nah, weakness wasn't leaving the body, bro. I was just trying to maintain and give me that medication so that I don't have to feel this pain. Nah, forget that. That's a cute saying and all, but yeah, I ain't with all that, man. But you know, to your point though, I mean, that's just how we grew up, right? And you know, we do that, and then we have kids, and we sometimes, if we're not self-reflective, we go and we pass those things on, you know, to our kids.
Continues.
Yeah, until somebody says, "Hey, have you ever thought about going at it this way?" You know, but the thing I wanted to say, BRho, is, man, yo, unforgiveness, man, it's a tough thing to kick, because you know there's experiences that we have as individuals, right? I mean, you know, I was thinking about something, and I was like, I now realize why when I'm on the phone, I like to keep things short, because one day when I was a kid, some friend of mine, his mom, I think I had answered the phone or something. I mean, I was on the phone, and we must have been on the phone for a while, and she said, "You know what? You talk too much." I was like, "What?" I was a little kid.
This phone call can end now. Yo, this conversation can end now.
I was like, "What?" Okay. And ever since then, I kept short, and I just realized that I held on to that for all these years, and it was deep down in my memory. But I was driving down Thurston Road by where my friend in grade school, where he used to live, and then that memory just popped up in my head, and I didn't realize I had that. And I don't know, maybe that was unforgiveness, and I was like, I just kind of chuckled. I was like, hey, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just sometimes things are so deep rooted, and then once they get uprooted, maybe a situation, somebody say something, somebody, you know, whatever, then it's like, oh man, I didn't know I felt that way about that. Let me think through that for a little bit.
Yep, I agree.
So, is there anything in particular that you're like kind of focusing on in terms of, you know, your spring cleaning, things you're working on?
Yeah, I just gotta be fully transparent with y'all bros, man. I was really hoping to graduate this semester, and my wife and I had a conversation with my good homie that I grew up with around the corner, when I lived in Gates, and he was like, "Yo, see, there's always a hater. Y'all see this, right?
You could have left that part. The last part out.
Nah, man, it gives context to what I'm talking about, because I just mentioned Thurston Road. So I just wanted to let y'all know this isn't Thurston Road. This is
no. You just wanted to remind everybody that you didn't grow up in in the city like the rest of us.
Yes, for everybody. I did not grow up in the city like my brothers right here. I did it. I didn't buy the house. I didn't I had no
Man,
decision.
this story gets worse. Like, yo, when you now just get back to your friend.
Hey, get back to your story, man.
You
Get
digging
back,
a hole.
man, get back to your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna say something that upset Brock, man. Go ahead, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Leave my ADP alone, man. Yeah, I forgot what I was even talking about.
So
you was talking about
you
your
were
friend.
talking
that
about
grew
your
up
friend
around
that
the corner.
exactly. You were talking about not graduating this semester.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. I just got to be kind to myself, bro. That's what I'm working on right now. Is because I really wanted to graduate, be done. I was hoping to be done with Brandy, but Brandy gonna have to just graduate first. And a part of me was like, man, I started before her and I'm finishing after her. Now we already done talked about this, B, so you can't start no stuff. So
Yo,
I
you
was
was
like,
dating on your wife.
dang. But you know, you're
Sis,
right.
he was hating on you. He was hating on you, sis.
Nah, I wasn't hating on her. But I just got to be kind to myself, man. Understand that, yo, I just came from a major surgery, you know, facing death, all that stuff, and I'm coming back, and I'm trying to do everything within 2-3 months. Nah, I'm good. I'll finish in the summer, maybe even in the fall. I'll finish up and I'll be done. So it's important I do a great study because the study is what's going to propel me into the areas that I want to go in. So I can't, do a crappy study and then, credibility isn't where it should be. So just being kind to myself.
Yeah, man. In your own time, man.
Thank you, Raquel. Yes, they did throw me off.
Man, nobody threw you off, man. And if we threw you off, we were the ones who brought you right back.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So when I grew up in Gates,
this guy.
I didn't grow up there, but every once in a while I'll go to the park out there and play basketball.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that was about it. Nah, yeah, but I think for me, like when I'm thinking about spring cleaning and personally, like some of the things that I want to work on, I look at it a little bit different. I'm like, there's some things that I just need to kind of get rid of. I think what happens a lot of times is we accumulate like all year, like we're accumulating new stuff. Like we're accumulating new knowledge. We feel like we need this, and we didn't really need it, right? And my wife and I were literally just having a conversation, sitting on the couch, and she I think kind of gets to a point in the winter time where it's just like it's not as uplifting, especially winters in Rochester and it being kind of gloomy and it's easy to kind of get down on yourself. And again, we got 16 kids, so when you look around the house and you just see all the stuff that they accumulate and that we have, and they always want something new, and they go and order these stupid toys all the time. Y'all know what dumplings are?
Why they gotta be stupid though?
Because you know what a dumpling is?
Nah.
Because that's why. Google it. You'll realize. You know what I mean? So like all this stuff just continues to come in the house, right? Yeah. And we look around, it's like, yo, why can't we ever keep this joint clean, right? Well, because it's just too much stuff. So I think a lot of times is, for me, it's just like, kind of looking around and resetting. And people feel like, when I get stuff, I got to hold on to it. And if I lose it, then I don't have it anymore. It's not mine. But ultimately, what you're doing is you're blocking the opportunity for you to get something new. And
come on, man, you better preach, Ike.
Yeah, amen. But for me, I mean, that's really what life is. I'm always looking for new experiences. It doesn't make sense to do the same thing over and over again, right? And I look at it from the same perspective. It doesn't make sense to just keep everything that you have. I know I was actually was having a conversation with Brock as well too, and we're talking about just finances and money and all that. And if we spend all of our life just trying to hoard money or save, like you don't ever get a chance to truly enjoy it, right? So that's kind of where my mindset has been lately, in life. And it's just really trying to make room for new things, for new experiences, for new opportunities. So for me, that's what I'm focused on, like purging things out that we might use at some point in time, like whether it's physical or whether it's emotional or that has it's something that has sentimental meaning, but like if it has a true sentimental meaning, then I'm probably not going to forget it. And if I keep it in this house, I'm not going to have room to bring in something new. So, I think that's for me, just making sure that there's a smooth rotation on things in life, emotions, that we're going through, and then, continue to create opportunities, for me and the family to experience new things. That's where I'm at.
No, I feel that. One of the things for me is the big thing is like when I think about and a lot of this has to do with well, again, us having this conversation right now being it's really on the heels of the anniversary of what would have been my dad's passing, and it would have been my brother's 50th birthday. Just really kind of my decluttering has really been acutely on decluttering like the emotions attached to mourning versus grief. And I think people there's a distinction that I'm coming to understand between the two, and how like decluttering that and really looking at it from the space or the lens of kind of doing the emotional work that's necessary in order to be the best version of myself. So like kind of anything that does not serve me to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be is really just is that simple for me now. Just get rid of it. You know what I mean? And so a major theme for our ministry this year has been staying focused, and so that's kind of been a significant focus of mine is getting rid of the things that don't serve me. And then I guess Isaac done started to preach, so I'm in that.
You couldn't help it, huh? You was like, I'm gonna join in.
Well, no, like I actually this thought was when we were talking about it kind of initially, this was my thought was the scripture that came to me was he that's begun a good work in you, you know what I mean? So shall perform it. And I think that's kind of really because we start a lot of stuff, but how much of the stuff that we start do we actually finish? You know what I mean? And so, so I felt, as much as I was messing with you about, finishing, I understand your eagerness or your desire to finish because it's tied to that feeling of that sense of like, starting a thing and not seeing it through. And so for me, kind of the changes that I've made, the things that I've already begun to rid myself of, are things that I want to continue. Like I don't want to later at the end of the year, next thing you know, I've picked those things back up. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of times, and my wife, I credit my wife for this because one of the things that she's really big on is like tying it back to the actual spring cleaning or cleaning is, man, throw stuff out. Like, don't just organize it. It's still here, but it's now in an organized place. Like, let's get rid of it. Let's actually get rid of it. Because even though it may not be as cluttered, it's still taking up space. And if it's not serving us or if it's not, useful to us, then let's just get rid of it. And so
And I think what that does is it keeps you from living in the what if, right? Because,
Mhm.
I think people get stymied and they get stuck in place so often because they're always thinking about, well, if I get rid of this, then what if I need it later, right? How many, when you just think about it, like, you ever got your house repainted or you repainted a room? Like, I promise you that can of paint is still down in the basement, just in case a part of the wall gets chipped, right? Instead of us thinking, well, if a part of this wall gets chipped, it's been 6 years since it's been this color. Why don't I just go buy another can of paint, right? And do it again? That's $40 every 6 years. I think you can afford that, right?
But what if you want the same color? Then you need
man.
the color matching, right? So you need that color.
You don't need that color. That's what I'm saying. Get a new color. Like, it's been that color for 6 years. Get a new color. But it's like when people are like such creatures of habit, man. They got to do the same things over and over again that they don't live life, man. We live in these what ifs or what this might happen or that might happen. I'm just like, man, we only got so much time, man. Like, there's certain things in life you just shouldn't have to worry about. And for me, that's that type of stuff is one of them. So, like, I'm not even gonna say whose house it is, but I went over a relative's house, and I was just kind of helping them.
I pray they're not watching.
They might be. I don't know. It is what it is. But I went by their house and I was helping them kind of. I think a shelf fell in the cabinets, and the reason that it fell is because the little pegs they broke off, so we had to drill a hole, put some new pegs in there. Did that. Got the shelf back up. But on these shelves were canned goods, food, spices, and so on and so forth that I'm looking at. And I'm like, as I'm pulling them out, one of them said 2022 expiration date. Another one said 2000. And I'm just like, why do you keep this stuff? Oh, it's good. Like, I mean, it's still good. You can still eat. No, it's not good. They put an expiration date on here because this is when it's not good anymore, right? But it's not open. No, it's not, right? And then you hold on to all this stuff and then you look around and it's just like all this other stuff piling up because there's nowhere for it to go. We have to create space for us to be able to grow, for us to be able to move, for us to be able to develop, for us to be comfortable. You have to create space, and you got to get rid of some of that old stuff.
I hear you, bro. But you just made me think about like how many times I probably put like black pepper or some seasoning on some food in high school that was in my grandmother's pantry, and I guarantee it was in there from like the 80s still.
Yeah. Listen. Yeah. That's a reality because that generation, we keep everything. Like, I need this. I'm gonna need it at some point.
Yeah.
And if I don't need it, somebody gonna need it. Like, no, they're not. And they're not gonna come to your house and get it. You know what I mean? So
you remember, I think there was like a reel or something on social media recently, and it talked about like black people will keep spices for like 30 years or something like that. I think my wife showed it to me, but it was hilarious, man. But that's a great point. Like we often live in the what if, you know what I mean? Like, so we hold on to stuff. And see, the thing about the what if is I agree that it is a scarcity mindset, but I think but that's part of the trauma of growing up in generations, right? When we've grown up in multiple generations of poverty, we kind of start out in that scarcity mindset, and it stays with us. You know what I mean? And it's tough to sometimes get out of. But I think to that point, like the idea or thought of that, the what if, right? What if is how we negotiate with our emotions or our mind to feel okay with doing something that we know we should get rid of. Like, but the what if is how we justify holding on to it. We know we should get rid of it, but the what if is our own negotiation with ourselves to say, but this is how I justify holding on to it, because what if I need it at some point up the road?
But part of the justification for me is logic as well, right? So you can have all the pepper, salt, adobo that you want from 1990, but if you're in a situation where you can't afford to buy new adobo, like you definitely not going to be able to buy the steak to put it on, right? You definitely not going to be able to get the chicken to put it on, right? So to me, it just doesn't make sense. That's the logic piece for me as well too. So it's I don't know. It's kind of a twofold. It's kind of a twofold.
Yeah, I got some. But I just want to say, I think I don't know, one of our mics are echoing, or if we got the thing on at the same time. But I think we're good now.
Yeah,
So
if you're not talking, there's mute.
okay, so all right, in my house, we threw stuff out. Like we just didn't keep stuff around, and
Because
House and Gates.
poverty. You didn't grow up in poverty, Kareem.
no, I did it, but my father did, and he lived in the country in Marion, and I saw where he used to live. It was like basically one room in the house, and then they had to use the restroom outside at an outhouse. And he was telling me when he was in school in the mornings, he would have to go pick cherries or apples or whatever it was, in bloom or whatever at the time. And then he had to go to school after that. Then he had to do his homework. Then he had to, if he had basketball at the time, he played basketball. He did track. And then he have to work again, and then he got to wake up in the morning and do it all over again. So I think for him it was like I didn't have a lot of stuff growing up anyway, so I'm okay with letting it go. And I was just telling Brandy this, that my dad's one of those people where he will just give. Like if you need it, you got it. He got it. He'll get it for you, or whatever the case may be. Like he was just a giving person. And I remember growing up, like around springtime, my dad would be like, "All right, what y'all not wearing?" So anything we weren't wearing, any clothes or anything like that, he'd take them all to Salvation Army, like everything. And we did this every year. And so it just became a pattern for us. And so I do the same thing, even with our kids. It's like, all right, what we not wearing? And then we take it, to the Goodwill. It's the Goodwill now. We'll go to the Goodwill, or we'll drop it off if we know people. Like Brandy's really good about that. Like if she knows somebody that has a kid that's maybe like a year younger than our kid or something like that, then she'll give them some stuff or whatever. But like it's just important because we can't have all them clothes in the house. Like you can only wear stuff one day at a time. You can't wear all that, but because I think we're a generation where we like material things, and we want to have clothes, we want people to look at, even though we say we don't, and we say we do it for ourselves. But let you put on that outfit, don't nobody say nothing to you about it. Is you're gonna have a feeling about it. You know what I mean? And last thing I'll say on this particular part is that I think one of the reasons why people hold on to stuff is because of the perceived value of whatever that thing is. So, like, I got a pair of slacks that I wore for my wedding. Like, I don't want to give them slacks up. They're too big now. I done gave the jacket away. Forgot I even gave it away. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna keep this. I'm not gonna wear it again. I'm not gonna wear it again. So now I gotta put it somewhere, right? You spend all this money on stuff and then you can't wear it, then it feels like lost money. It ain't lost money. Because when you wanted it, you spent it, right? So I think that's the other piece too, though, is that when you work hard for things, you don't want to just be giving them away because you work hard for them and you want to try to keep them as long as possible.
Yeah, that definitely was something like my grandmother used to say, take care of your stuff. You know what I mean? So like it, and you grow up and I understand the principle of it now, but I think, that scarcity mindset is like it's finding the balance, finding the harmony with it, because I think that's where we struggle with, like, for those of us who've carried that over, is that we can carry over some of the principles and not understand, like, yeah, you can take care of it, you know, and what, you know, I'm not going to shout them out because we've been shouting out businesses lately, and y'all know how I feel about that. But there's an insurance company who's like the premise of a lot of their promotional ads is you know, we can't prevent you from becoming your parents, but we definitely doing a lot of that stuff that our parents are doing. Like, you know, man, I had these socks before you was born. I had this shirt, this pair of pants. Man, get rid of them. Get rid of them pants. Get rid of them drawers. Whatever you done had since before your kids was born, get rid of it. And sometimes we struggle to let it go. And I think
Packs underwear are expensive.
Yeah, Isaac is wild. Nah, man, listen, yo, go get you some new drawers, man. Go get you some new underwear, man.
Yo, man, I can afford chicken, but I can't afford no drawers.
Yeah, no, please.
Nah, because you gotta buy good drawers from the first time you buy. You can't buy them cheap drawers. I learned that the hard way. And
Yeah, even if you buy
throw them
expensive
joints
ones,
out.
like,
Don't try to give those to the Goodwill. Don't do that to nobody. That's nasty.
Don't keep them that long.
What?
Throw them out.
How do we end up here talking about buying underwear from the man? Listen, moving on, because we haven't got about it.
I didn't say buy. I didn't say buying. I said don't give. If you have old underwear, throw it out. Don't nobody need that.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what I'm saying.
Okay.
If you find a new pack of underwear in your house, either don't give those to Goodwill, because no one should buy underwear from Goodwill ever. Right?
Yeah. We go. Man, I don't even almost know where to go from there. But
You see how you get thrown off, right? See that?
Nah, man, that was insanity, bro. That was insanity.
Man, it's facts, yo.
And we're back, y'all. And we're back.
To that point, right?
Oh, one more thing, man. If you go on a trip and you don't bring underwear, you don't borrow underwear from your homeboy, man. You free ball. Man, facts.
Yeah,
Yo, time out.
Yeah.
Pause. Yes.
I haven't heard that phrase in since Brockport. I haven't heard.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, facts. Listen.
Yeah.
Everybody coming out the chat now. What's good, brother Corey?
What's up, chat?
What's good, brother Mike? Good to see you.
Yeah, we here, y'all. We here.
We Lord help us.
I'm crying.
When we are throwing stuff out, because I think this is important too. I think twofold, right? So for one, part of why I felt like it was important for us to have this discussion is so often as Black and brown men, we're also conditioned to prioritize, our families, our loved ones, the people in our lives. You know what I mean? Yeah, brother Corey, right? He really said that, right? He said that, he said that for real. Like, I'm bugging, I'm tripping over here. Like, he really said that.
Hey, yo, man, bring it back to old school, man.
Yeah.
Man.
But
never mind.
Calvin, what you're saying is exactly what I'm getting at, right? So when we throw away stuff,
facts.
I think again, twofold. One, we often aren't, conditioned as Black and brown men to prioritize, our health in whatever capacity or whatever sense, right? That we are, putting ourselves first, right? So like we say, okay, the reason right now, think about this. Sometimes the reason we hold on to that pair of pants, and I'm, because I don't want to go back down the slippery slope with drawers. The reason we hold on to that pair of pants is as our kids that's older than our kids now, is because sometimes as men, Black and brown men, we feel guilty about spending on ourselves before we spend on our kids. we haven't been conditioned to put ourselves first. So I think we've got to allow ourselves the safety and the freedom to say, okay, if when I'm throwing this away physically, what it then is also releasing in me mentally, spiritually, and emotionally to then go get something nice and new for myself, which is I think we don't do often enough.
That's what I'm glad you went there, bro, because that's it right there. Like we hold on to things, and sometimes we hold on to things because we think we're gonna go back to that place, right? So I told somebody today, actually it was in my video. Check me out on TikTok, Kareem Hayes. I was like, yo, I'm not going back.
dude started out about to say something profound and like, yo, plug this up, like, yo, check me out on my TikTok page.
Get my followers up.
Right. But nah, it all seriousness though is that I was saying in the video that I have double X shirts. Like this hoodie right here is a double X. At some point, I'm gonna have to give this hoodie up, right? Probably really soon. And I said to myself, or I said in the video that I'm not going back to a 2X. Like I'm either gonna stay at XL or I'm gonna go down to a large. God is, if it's God's plan, I might even go down to a medium. But I am not going back to a double X.
That's only because of your height, though. Because
that's not in God's plans. You that's not in God's plans. Okay.
Thank you, Prophet. Appreciate it.
XL is in God's plans. Right? you skip the whole large to go to medium.
But Bruce, that's not God's plan for you.
I'm not in God's plan.
God's plan for your life.
It's not in God's plan, bro. Let's not kid ourselves. All right,
yo, oh my God, that took me out.
So first, I can't eat the chicken without making a comment about it. And so now I can't aspire to be the medium or
nah.
I think what Brew is saying is like, yo, don't skip over the large before your aspiration. Like get to large and then say my aspiration is medium. He said you went from 2X to medium.
Medium. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, yo,
man. Hey, where's my brother Brock at, man? Hey,
I'm saying, like, when you explain it, man, you gotta explain it in a way that's believable to people, right? So,
come on, no, y'all understand me when I'm talking about that chicken sandwich that he was eating.
Kareem went from saying, yo, I don't know how to swim to I want to be a Navy SEAL.
I mean, hey, it's possible.
That's it is possible. It is possible.
I say dream, man. Dream. When you get the medium, when you get the medium, man, wake me up. Right? Wake me up. You know what I'm saying? Please.
Nah, I can't do it small, man. I can't do it small. I don't want to do it small.
Listen, he said, yo,
I'm right with that.
Kareem hit us with the KG. Anything's possible.
Oh my God.
Man.
Yo,
but yeah, man, some things we just don't.
Brother Ellis, man. Yo,
yeah.
You know who's even funnier? The Cowboy.
Oh, but see. Here you go.
Raquel, man. This dude talking about medium, Raquel. You know what I'm saying? He skipped large. If he would have said large, I would not.
Large.
Dude,
you said large, but you kind of just like,
you
glossed.
I glossed over it.
Yeah,
you should have said large and just.
I mean, I could wear a large like undershirt, but I ain't ready yet. Shirt though.
Kareem said, this is good. Large was like, you know how you see the stop sign, but you don't really all the way come to a stop because he said, I'm gonna do a roll and stop at large because I'm really trying to get the medium.
I was with you at large, bro, all day. I'm like, yeah, you gonna get there.
I appreciate it, man.
Get there. I was say, yo, that's in God's hands.
I mean, grown men really don't like. yes, the grown men don't really go from yes size to medium. You know what I mean? That's what I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
I mean, like large is good. You know?
Large is good. Large
Flex
is
on
good.
them and like you good. You know?
Large is good.
Go to
Large
medium.
That was that medium is
You go to
crazy.
medium. You go to medium. You look very
Not
fat.
just us,
Yo,
man. Not just
Kareem
us.
said, Bilo and Isaac done been on here giving scripture. He said, man, I can do all things through Christ.
Yeah, amen.
I can do all
I can
things.
do all things.
Hey man, listen.
Everything's
Yo,
possible.
even Calvin said medium is crazy, bro. Yeah.
Oh,
Man, this was a great discussion.
yeah.
Bros. Like and I think this, there's parts of this that we could continue to talk on and whatnot. Because I feel like that it's a really healthy and it actually a very robust discussion, you know what I mean, topic. When you start thinking about, the idea or thought of spring cleaning, not just the actual physical spring cleaning, but kind of the tie-in and correlation that it has to our mental, spiritual, emotional well-being and cleaning in that way. And let us know if we can. There's a lot more to hear that we can dialogue, and if y'all interested in, we'll definitely touch on it. Maybe some more next week before we touch into another subject or topic matter. But we at our hours, so we gonna honor the people's time and give some shout outs before we go. Who want to start us out with the shout outs?
Yo, oh, bro, you gonna start?
No, you go, man.
All right, okay. All right, first things first, I want to shout out to my grandmother. She turns 90 tomorrow. So
Happy birthday, Grandma.
Thank you very much. Grandma. Yes, sir. All the way from Memphis, Tennessee, by way of Rochester and Jersey. So we went this weekend and celebrated her with family and friends. Also want to shout out to my kids' godparents that were there as well, just hanging with us. That was their first time meeting my aunt and my grandmother and everything. But you know how black folks do when we all get together and we got some food and we got some, the water flowing and everything like that. It's a good time.
Racing came.
Yep, that came later though. I'm gonna say that came later. I want to shout out to my brother, man, Bilal, my dean, for coming out, man, and seeing me at Bible study on last Wednesday. Man, this brother came. He didn't just sit in the audience. He was participating. And I appreciate you, brother. Like, for real. Honestly, man, I appreciate you for coming and participating, man. It was a good word that night. And definitely appreciate you for your support, man. It really meant a lot to me. I want to shout out to my brother Delmar. It's his birthday coming up. That's my older brother. For people that don't know, I have 3 brothers, and I'm the third child. So this is my older brother, the second one. So he has his birthday, so I want to shout him out for sure. I want to shout out to my beautiful, beautiful wife who went down with us, with me and the kids, to go to the birthday party. So it definitely was.
You give the fries to?
Yeah, she ate the fries too, man. I had the fries for them. Fries were salty though. I didn't really want to eat the fries. But shout out to her and the kids.
You ain't buy her a sandwich
for going down. Oh, she didn't want one. And shout out to my mom and my cousin Shantae. Shout out to you and my mom for making all this happen. And I'm trying to make sure I can. Oh, shout out to the Penfield boys basketball team for winning the state championship over the weekend. Definitely want to shout them out. We got some folks on there, some people that we know. I know Brother Green, his nephew or his cousin was on there, and some other youth some people that we know. Yeah.
Okay. You talking about E Money Green?
Jackson. Yep. Jackson Green. Yeah. Yep, that's that's Evan's nephew as well.
That's what, man, we used to call him Evan, but E Money Green, because he walked in the joint like he owned the place.
Yeah, that's him. That's how he operate. Shout out to him. Shout out to Sora, man. Her son else plays on the team. The boys playing phenomenal, man, all season. So shout out to them. And last but not least, at 11:35 p.m. on March 27th, 7th, your boy crossed over into Alpha Land. So definitely want to shout out to my dean, to my ADP, Leonard Brock, to the bros that's here. Isaac, who was in class, wondering what I was doing, and still use Logic to join the next semester. So
That's
definitely want to
crazy
shout
logic.
Brew for making phone calls, making sure I was straight, and then for showing up, him and Big Bobby.
Man, no. Let's not go down that road.
Yeah, that was a bad road. But here I am. Here I am today, man. So I appreciate you, brothers, man. And I was reflecting on it today and just thinking about like, a lot of the gripes that people have with fraternities or sororities. But for me, it's always been about the brotherhood. It's always been about the connection, always been about being your brother's keeper. That's what the fraternity has meant to me, and it continues to be that for me. So I'll end it with this. One of the greatest things I ever heard somebody say to me in terms of this is, you know what, man? It was Bilo and Brock said it at different times. You know what? If you don't do this, you still my brother. And that right there was like, yeah, yeah, I can be part of this because for them it's not just about the letters, right? And I don't think it ever was about the letters at all. It was about what's in your heart, man. And that is yeah, the brotherhood. So appreciate y'all.
Well said. Well said.
Well said. Well said. Hey man, let's give a big shout out to my sister Raquel Walker. Love and respect, Raquel. Next time I'm in the rock, man, we gotta get up. Shout out to Miss Karen Bashadley. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you brothers, man. It's always, it's always I just look forward, man, just to even chat with you brothers. On here on in person. Just when we get together, we have a good time. And it's always been like that. And I love you brothers, man. Seriously. A shout out to the whole Rochester, man. Rochester is where I grow. And my boy Calvin, too. Calvin is in the chat. Hey, little bro, man, continue to do a great job as a father, man. I see you. I know we joke all the time, but I shout you out last week. I don't know if you heard it, but I just want to send you a shout out this week again, that you're in the chat. Continue to be a great father, man, and continue to see my niece doing her thing on the field. I see a little man is doing his thing too. You know what I'm saying? So big up yourself, bro. All right. So love and respect to everybody.
Shout out to everybody that was in the chat today, man. We appreciate y'all for coming out, showing love, engaging. Like, that's what makes this show even better. Like, we always have a good time getting together, chopping it up with each other. But when y'all join in, man, it definitely, amplifies the show and the impact and the effect of the show. So we appreciate all y'all, Brother Calvin, Raquel, Brother Randall. Who else we got in here? Brother Corey Johnson, man. Salute to you. Salute to your queen as well, too. Congratulations on her appointment. As well. Y'all definitely doing, some big things. And we love to see it. And kudos from afar as well, too. Brother Mike, we appreciate you for tuning in.
Was that my LB?
Behind the scenes, yes, sir.
Okay.
Who else we got in here? I think we have Brother Clarence Shepard, Brother Darius Johnson. We appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. And of course, you already know everybody else, in the chat that may not have chimed in. We appreciate y'all time and effort and joining us at this evening this time of the evening, because I promise you, this is not even easy for me to get up. Like when 8:45 comes every single day, I'm like, do I have to do this? Because I really want to go get in bed. But like I said, the energy that I get from you brothers, on the screen, man, it's always worth staying up and engaging in this conversation. So my shout out is to y'all, tonight. And then definitely got to shout out this woman. I already shouted out my wife, but my mom will be retiring from her job.
Wow.
Yeah, I just wanted to give her a shout out for all the years that she put in.
Congrats.
County and doing her thing. It definitely wasn't an easy ride. Making sure that she's taking care of us and balancing like all the stress and angst that you get from a job like working working as a Monroe County probation officer. Is a lot of stress that I'm sure she brings home with her from the stories and the challenges that she encounters every single day with people. So I just wanted to shout her out for her strength, for the time that she put in as a servant in this community. So
well,
that was my shout.
I'm on the grill, baby. I'm on the grill. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Let me know.
We're gonna figure. We gonna do something.
Let me know. Sure. Just give me a heads up ahead of time. BRho will be there cooking for mom on the grill.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? No doubt. Mama, we love you, Mom.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna close this out with my final shout outs. Again, to my brother, you are missed, you are loved, and that's all. You know what I mean? That's all I gotta say about that, because they say what's understood don't have to be spoken, man. So miss you, bro. Dad, you are missed beyond words. Love you forever, and I'm just trying to do what you told me to do. You know what I mean, and carry this name that I'm blessed to carry proud. You know what I mean, do it well. Shout out to, man, again, my Sands for pulling up on me. Doc Brock, man, I love you, bro. Appreciate you for pulling up and making sure you always check on your brother. You know what I mean, and especially in these moments. And to my bro DB, man, if you know Damian Brown, like he don't do death like that, especially when it's someone that's close to him and that he loves. And he and Wallace were like, man, listen, blood couldn't have made them closer. You know what I mean? And so I know he feels the loss the way I feel it. And he pulled up and just checked on me and sat with me. He don't even eat cake. You know what I mean? Just was like, yo, I'm coming over for cake and ice cream because you invited me. But you know what I mean? I'm just really here to sit with you and just be with you. So shout out to him and Ash for pulling up, man. That's like little sis, man. We grew up at the same church, so like it's like love them as a couple because they
Ash is good people, man. So is DB.
Listen,
they good peoples, man.
Listen, ask her about 142, man. She'll tell you about 142 Atlantic Avenue, man. Prayer House Church of God by Faith. We used to, man, that church, just so many memories, you know what I mean, growing up there. So shout out to them. Shout out to my big sister Keisha. She's always, our relationship and our bond is just special. And to my mom, like she, hearing her, listening to her, like, she was talking this weekend and she was just like, man, she buried her firstborn. And then she was like, man, above anything, he's my husband and everything. She was like, but that was my best friend. My mom and dad talked every day, no matter how much attitude they had with each other. They talked every day. You know what I mean? And so, she was like, that was my best friend, and that, you know what I mean? So I just listened to her and just, you know what I mean, and love the courage and the bravery that she faces every day with, having buried her husband and her firstborn. To man, 585, Melvin Council Jr. and Jaden Bradley representing on the biggest stage of the NCAA, man, in the tournament. Kansas, unfortunately, they lost at the last second against St. John's, but man, these brothers that are from the Rock have shown out and represented for the Rock on the biggest stage, man. So continued success to you in your endeavors and journeys, man. And shout out to your parents, man, Melvin Boom and Shalanda, man. Y'all know the town back and everything y'all do 100% because again, y'all always represent for us. So shout out to them. Also shout out to my Real Deal Sports show family for we went up and we covered the NCAA tournament rounds 1 and 2 in Buffalo at KeyBank Arena. So George Radney, you know what I mean, and Jalen McGill, man, I appreciate all y'all belief in me, you know what I mean, and just the amazing work that we continue to do. Shout out to my bro Kareem, man. So I was asked to submit a video for Brockport, which is kind of how I ended up being at GHI, and so happened to be on the night that he ended up teaching Bible study. So I was grateful to end up thinking I was there for one thing and got blessed to be a part of him facilitating Bible study. So I shout out to you, bro, man. You did an amazing job, man. And that's teaching is part of your calling. So you know what I mean.
Amen.
So continue to walk in your gift, man. So amazing job to you. To my amazing wife, she knows how heavy a day March 22nd is for me, and she is always so intentional and to make sure that I'm okay, and so I appreciate her forever. I'm forever grateful for her. So yeah, man, and I love y'all, bros, man. I love everybody and appreciate everybody that watched, man. Much love.
I have a quick question for y'all, bros. All right, this is a brain teaser before we go. I'm gonna test y'all basketball IQ. We have this draft coming up, right? They say there's a lot of good athletes in this draft. There's a lot of good players. Who is you taking number one, BRho?
Oh, the brother from BYU.
Okay.
BYU. I think it's AJ or Bayou or something like that.
Yeah, DJ Obunga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched enough to
okay, that's fair. That's
I
fair.
know they've been talking to Peterson and dude from BYU as well. So
Peterson is not gonna go. He probably go 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think when he got hurt and he's been out, like his
he take himself out of games, and he cramps up all the time. It's a 32-game series. I'm gonna pay you millions of dollars, so he's probably the best one out of all of them. To be honest with you,
his ceiling is ridiculously high, but you know what I mean. In terms of number one pick, you know what I mean, man. That brother from BYU, man. I've watched him quite a few times this year, and he not one time has he disappointed.
Kareem, who you got, Kareem?
I ain't got nobody, bro. I ain't been paying attention like that.
Okay, I'll be like BRho. I'll take the kid from BYU too. 6'9".
Mike said he don't even watch the NBA till the playoffs.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
225. He's a freak of nature. Got $7 million. He got an NIL for $7 million.
He got the whole game too.
He got game. I just want to see what y'all brothers are saying. Hey, shout out to my LB, man, Mike. Shout out to my LB.
Shout out to Mike.
Man, listen, appreciate you, bros.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
everybody watching, man. Y'all have a good night, a great week. God bless.
Peace.
Yeah. See you next week.